Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Amazing Grace Sports Network with Clay Morris and Erick
And
James.
Eric James, right there, the Eric James from Boston, Massachusetts, holding it down,
Oh, I don't know about that.
holding it down among all the snow. What'd you guys get? Like 2 feet,
Nah, about 5, 6 inches.
5 or 6 inches, huh?
That's it.
Well, that's not that bad.
It ain't bad at all. It's not
Yeah,
bad enough.
you guys got to get to. You guys should be like really like. I mean, it's gonna be warm today, right? It's gonna be like 41, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and it's only gonna be 80 down here.
Hey, here we go again, man. Why we can't be friends, man?
That's why we can't be friends. I keep talking about the weather, and it upsets you, and I don't know why that is, because I'm not trying to upset
Hey,
you.
hey,
I'm trying to
hey,
brighten your day. I'm trying to show
hey.
you. I'm trying to tell you how warm and beautiful and sunshiny and mellow and all of those other things. That maybe if you can live through me, it's like some sort of like you living through me. Like if I tell you this, then you'll feel the same way that I'm feeling.
Next year this time, baby. Next year this time.
All right, but we have the NBA on Amazing Great Sports Network on Tuesday, which is the NBA. We cover the Eastern Conference, right? We're going to be covering the Eastern Conference at the end of the day. Who did what to who and how? We got some bad news for all you Boston fans. But anyway, I think we're starting off with Milwaukee. If that's starting, let me take that. This was a high scoring game. We had Milwaukee going into Michigan to play the Detroit Pistons. That's right. They went to Detroit, Michigan to play the Pistons. And Milwaukee won 150 to 130. 150, yes, it was a close game, everybody. 150 to 130. Detroit only lost by 20. So if you took Detroit in 19, you still lost.
Does
I'm
that
like,
does
they
these
are you.
does these high scores say that there's no defense being played, or they're just extremely good offensively?
No defense. There's no defense. I mean,
You know
they
what?
won't allow them to.
I,
Yeah.
I think I think because 5 players out of 5 players are shooting threes now versus what it was back in the day, maybe because it's like a shoot 'em up. It's a shoot 'em up corral now. When
Well,
they
we
on,
could
they
say
on.
that, but you can't even get close to these guys without them calling you a foul.
This is true.
Especially if you are of a certain caliber of player, which is
Yeah.
totally wrong because we know some players they allow them to play defense on, and other players they will not allow you to play defense on them at all. Period. Anytime you get close to
In any landing space.
yeah, forget about Landis. If you're anywhere close to the landing space when they come down and they kick their feet out, okay, they still call you with the foul. And so um, I think it's more a lack of defense. They won't allow them because the NFL, I mean the NBA is whether we like it or not, it's still a corporation. And as a corporation, you have to market. And I think it's much easier to market offense than it is defense.
Okay.
So they're going in the direction that if they're marketing, they're going to market. They have so many players, or this player is scoring 30 points a game. It really sounds pretty darn good if anybody knows basketball. Somebody scoring 30 points a game, 30, 35, 33. And so they can, when they market, whether it's Coca-Cola or whether it's the NBA, they're going to try to go on some positives that the general public understands, and that is who is scoring a lot of points. That being said, the Milwaukee Bucks defeated the Detroit Pistons in Detroit, 150 to 130. And it looks like the gang is getting back together with Chris Middleton. He did actually play, but he came off the bench. Giannis said the gang's getting back together, but Chris only scored 8 points. So somebody had to pick it up. We will get into that. Giannis, Zeus, Antetokounmpo scored 29. He played 27 minutes. He was 8 for 15. He didn't shoot that much, but listen to this. He was 11 for 17 from the free throw lines, and that's what I mean. Now, Giannis is one of the roughest, toughest players in the league, and somehow they gave him 17 free throws.
Mm.
I mean, he inflicts pain more than anybody's inflicting pain on him.
Well, I mean,
Let's
I think if you're inflicting pain, you at least have one block. He got no blocks.
well, he wasn't
As
he
big as
wasn't
he
inflicting
is.
pain. He wasn't inflicting pain on defense. He was obviously inflicting pain on offense. He's been known to run over people, a
Yeah.
la LeBron James, and when he runs people over, they generally give the guy lying on the ground the foul.
Mm.
They say, "Hey, buddy, on you." And so he went to the line. Well, he shot 17 free throws. Let's just put it that way. Brook Lopez, he chipped in 21. Drew Holiday gave him 16. Pat Connaughton played 26 minutes. Oh, Pat's getting time. Now, Pat led the whole team with a plus 39 while he was on the court. So while he was out there, the team was a plus 39 points. But Pat only scored 6 points. How that happened, I don't know. Grayson Allen played 23 minutes. He was a plus 26 and gave him 9 points. So it looks who carried him is Andrew Tokuampo, Lopez, and Holiday. And of course, 69 points from the bench. No, we're not kidding you.
I think the bench
69
carried him.
points.
Bench carried
60. Well, they scored 150 points. I mean, and Bobby Portis, when Bobby Portis comes off the bench, he does a heck of a job. When they start him, he gives you 8 points. He came off the bench and gave him 18. Javon Carter gave him 18 from the bench. Chris Middleton, as we spoke of, he gave him 8. Even it was so lopsided that even Giannis's brother, Thanasis, came off the bench and scored 2 points. That's how far gone the game was. Okay, let's move on to Detroit. Detroit really didn't get much. They only got 32 points from the bench and from the starters. Well, Bojan Bogdanovic led all scorers for Detroit. He was 11. He played 28 minutes. He was 11 for 15. He only missed 4 shots,
him.
and he scored 33 points. I want this guy on my team. This guy is efficient as all get out. 6 for 7 from the 3-point line. Still, he was a minus 23 while he was on the court. Okay, let's just go.
And he's the highest paid at 19 million.
19. Well, he's earning every bit of that little 19. He's not getting paid enough for carrying Detroit. I mean, they're just ugly so far. Anyway, Isaiah Livers, he gave him 9. Sadiq Bey gave him 21. Jalen Duren gave him 23. And Jaden Ivey gave him 12. And then they got 32 points from the bench. Somehow they got 130.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got 130. Yeah. That's it. That's it for Milwaukee Bucks and Detroit. I got nothing else to say. I will say this though: Detroit outscored them in the fourth quarter by 3 points. A moral victory there.
Hey, what you gonna
What we
do?
got next? What we got next? Oh, we got the Boston Celtics next. What you got?
We talking about them Celtics. Them Celtics doing what they do.
Not only when they're playing the Magic. Yeah, the Magic does what they do on them. When's the last time they beat the Magic?
Oh my God, I don't understand. I think they got a few
Yeah,
people injured though.
yeah. Jason Tatum's hurt.
I didn't get a chance to watch the game last night.
The,
Yeah,
the Magic are like number 13 in the 15 uh, team conference, so they're terrible. But what happened to the Celtics?
now Tatum played. Okay, let's
Yeah,
see. Celtics 98. They was away in Orlando, went down there and got too warm. And Orlando beat them 113-98. I don't know if they was taking a break or what the story
they went to
was.
Disney World.
They went to Disney World.
They
Okay,
went
yeah,
to Disney World
on the court.
and had no legs left.
Oh my God! Well, it's been a long season. All right, let's see. Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin played 12 minutes. He gave him a big 3 points. Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum, 38 minutes. He got 9 for 19. Oh man, he's kind of flopping. 4 for 10
Yeah.
3-pointers and 26
Mm-hmm.
points. Yeah, he must be hurting.
He's hurting.
Al Horford, 30 minutes. 2 for 8 field goals. 2 of 7 3-pointers and 6 points. Derek White, 27 minutes, 4 for 8 field goals, 1 and 1 on foul shots. He had 11 points. My man Jaylen Brown, 37 minutes. He hit 10 of 22. Field goals, 5 of 11. He was throwing them up there.
He was throwing them up there. I want you to notice something. Now look at the plus and minus. Tell me, there's only one person on the whole team that had a plus.
Yeah, that was Tatum.
Tatum. Plus 6.
Jaylen Brown hit 26 points. Let's see. 13, 17, 21, 26 points from the bench.
26 points from the bench. Yeah. With a big 13 from Sam Hauser. If it wasn't for Sam, it would have been worse.
Yeah, we're going to leave him alone. Okay. Let's see. Palio Bachero, 36 minutes, 7 of 13, 23 points. Mr. Moritz Wagner, 33 minutes. He hit 7 of 13 for 15
7 for 13, points. Just like Paulo.
Yeah. So Mr. Wendell Carter Jr., 33 minutes. He hit 21 points, 8 of 13. Yep. Mr. Fultz, Markel. 32 minutes. He hit 3 of 9, 2 and 2 on his foul shots. He hit 8 points. And we have Mr. Gary Harris, 25 minutes. 2 of 5, 1 of 4 on 3-point land. He hit 5 points. And their bench, they did.
Gave him 41 points. Yeah. 41. They got 41 from the bench. So they just basically slapped the Celtics around. What is this? Like a curse of Markel Fultz or something?
Yeah.
I mean, Markel was drafted number 1 in the same year that Tatum was, but Tatum can't seem to beat this guy. This is like the 3rd time that they played that Orlando Magic have slapped them upside the head and took their candy.
Well, we didn't have Williams. You guys,
he was
Smart.
There.
No Williams, no Smart.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, still, we're talking about the Magic though.
Nah, you right.
We ain't talking about the Heat. We're talking about the Magic.
I don't know. There was no Magic there.
There was a lot of. Yeah, they were. Yeah, Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse is roaming the country here. Game number 3, the Atlanta Hawks going against somebody's Chicago Bulls. Oh, and the Chicago Bulls won 111 to 100 in Chicago. Yeah. Oh yeah. Chicago made it. They did a rare appearance. They actually showed up on their home court. Okay. 13 to 10 at home. They actually, if they do any better, they might get to be 500. Actually, they're over 500. Let's start off with Atlanta. John Collins, you disappoint me, John. You got to do better. John, 36 minutes, 5 for 11 for 11 points. Clint Capella, he played 36 minutes also. He was 7 for 12. Gotta love those numbers. For 16 points. Trae Young, 38 minutes. Wow, Trae needs to rest. I don't know why they're playing their best guy longer than these other guys. He needs to rest. Played 38 minutes, 7 for 16. His shoulder's killing him. And he was at 21 points. Bojan. No, this is Bogdan. This is Bogdan Bogdanovic. He actually started. Bogdan started. So we have Bojan and Bogdan. Bogdan was 4 for 12. He's better coming off the bench, obviously.
He's an $18 million man. Why not?
Yeah, well, they say, listen, buddy, you're starting. He went 4 for 12. He's averaging 15 points a game off the bench. He only got 11 when he started. DeJounte Murray played 36 minutes, 9 for 19 for 20 points. They just had a dismal shooting night. They got 21 points from the bench. Nobody of note, so we won't even go there. The Chicago Bulls with DeMar DeRozan. Now, DeMar always keeps these guys in a game. Patrick Williams going 6 for 11. Okay. He's not giving you too much, but he had 18 points. He's improving. DeMar DeRozan, 11 for 21, playing 37 minutes. A plus 20. He led all of the Chicago Bulls with a plus 20 while he was on the court. That's how important he is. 26 points. Nikola Vucevic played 39 minutes, 6 for 14. Gave him 14 points. Zach LaVine, always a volume shooter, not a very good shooter, but a scorer. He will shoot until he scores, is what I mean.
Yeah.
He went, right. He played 36 minutes, shot 7 for 17, 2 for 7 from 3-point line. And obviously, he's got the green light. It really doesn't matter, I guess. He gave him 20 points. And Ayo Dosumo. Yep, Ayo Dosumo. He had 22 points last week, but he didn't get that this week. This week, he played 29 minutes, and he was 1 for 4 for 2 points. They got 29 points from the bench. Nobody at that. Alex Caruso gave him 12. So 12 of that 29 came from Alex Caruso. And then there were 4 other people that chipped in 17 points. And that's the Atlanta Hawks and the Chicago Bulls. Sorry, Atlanta, you lose again.
Well, we got them Timberwolves.
That was disappointing. Yeah, Timberwolves. Well, playing the Houston Rockets of all people.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Timberwolves. The Minnesota Timberwolves. If you I'll get you up to speed a little bit on this, guys. If you took the Timberwolves and 4 points, you lost. I guess the Houston Rockets.
Oh well, what are you gonna do?
What we got here?
We got. Let's see. My computer's acting up.
All right. Well, I got this, ladies and gentlemen, and sports fans everywhere. If you took the Minnesota Timberwolves and 4 points, you lost because Minnesota lost to the Houston Rockets of all people, the second worst team in the league, or the team with the second worst record in the league. They lost to them 114 to 119. 114 to 119. That is correct. Somehow, some way, this went down, and we're going to start off with the Timberwolves, or the lack of them. Jalen McDaniels. Okay. He played 35 minutes and gave you 10 points. That's right, 4 from 11. He's just all over the place. Mr. Anderson, he played 12 minutes. He's a starter who only played 12 minutes, and he gave you 2 points. He wasn't in there long, so it looks like he might have went out with some sort of injury. Rudy Gobert, Mr. Gobert played 36 minutes, 5 for 8. Now, if you're a star, you got to shoot more than that, Rudy. Rudy. Okay. Rudy was a -4 while he was out there in the plus minus column because they only gave him 15 points. D'Angelo Russell, man, they're getting some work out of D'Angelo's not a spring chicken.
Woo!
They got 42 minutes out of D'Angelo.
Wow.
They got nobody else. They got to play somebody else. D'Angelo played more minutes than well, anyway, he's tied with this. Yeah. Played the most minutes of the game. Went 11 for 23, 6 for 12 from the 3-point line. D'Angelo carried the team, or tried to carry the team. He gave him 30 points. And then Anthony Edwards. Anthony's been stalwart from this year, but Anthony couldn't get it done. He played 37 minutes, 5 minutes less than D'Angelo.
Wow.
He was 9 for 20, 6 for 10 from the 3-point line, had a better shooting average for 31 points. So, they have a lack of defense going there. They got 26 points from the bench. Austin Rivers came in and gave him 10. So look at that. Austin Rivers.
Hey.
Yeah. Then we have the Houston Rockets. And let's see this. Okay. Detroit Pistons have a 12-37 record. Okay. And the Houston Rockets have an 11-36 record. The only team worse than the Houston Rockets are the San Antonio Spurs. Oh, actually, Houston has the worst record. The next record is the Spurs after that. So, I was wrong. Minnesota lost to the worst team in the league. Well, let's just get to it, and maybe we can make sense of this. Kenyon Martin Jr. played 33 minutes and gave him 6 points. I don't know how they won. Tari Eason played 26 minutes and gave them 11. Alperen Sengun, or Sengun, whoever you want to pronounce it, but his first name is pronounced Alperen, played 35 minutes, gave him 21. Eric Gordon played 30 minutes, gave him 14. And Jalen Green,
Woo!
woo! There we go.
There you go.
He played
Those
35
picks.
minutes, went 50 for 25, and had 42 points. Jalen's average is 22.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. I guess they weren't expecting Jalen. I guess Minnesota had no answer for Jalen, huh?
I guess
He
not.
went off on him.
Jalen's only a $9 million man.
Yeah, gave him a plus 19. Him and Kenyon Martin. Kenyon Martin with his 6 points with a plus 22, which means he was on the court at the same time that Jalen was.
Kenyon Martin is a $1 million man.
He's playing like a $1 million man too.
Yeah.
Not a $6 million man. Where's Lee Majors when you need him? They got 25 points from the bench. 25 points between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players. Well, there was a Tate and a Matthews that gave him 11 and 10, so that's 21 points. So the other 1, 2, 3, 4 players only added up to 4 points, maybe a point a player. So Houston gets in the win column somehow. Now, Houston, we have a problem in Houston. We have a problem, Houston, but they get into the win column.
Well, what are you gonna do? Now we have Utah Jazz and the Charlotte Hornets. If you pick the
Oh my
Charlotte
gosh,
Hornets, you lose. Charlotte
you
Hornets,
lose again.
yeah, they went away to Utah and got spanked.
Yeah, they got
102-120.
smoked. Well, they have some sort of excuse, a little bit of an excuse there. The excuse is that LaMelo Ball didn't play. LaMelo Ball and his 24 points. If you add LaMelo Ball's 24 points to the 102, it would give him 126, and they would have won the game.
Optimistic, young fella. Very optimistic. Let's see. Who's starting with the Hornets? Mr. Jalen McDaniels, 28 minutes. He did 4 of 9 field goals, 1 of 2 foul shots, and he hit a big 9 points. Mr. PJ Washington.
I'm not even going to ask how much he's getting paid for just 9 points because we have to talk about PJ Washington because he got even less. So let's just keep going.
McDaniel's is a $1.9 million man. 1.9.
Only.
I'll give you 9 points with 1.9.
Now, yeah, I could do that too.
Give my flowers while I'm around, man.
I mean, I won't make it through training camp, but if you can get me into a game, I'll bask and hang and get you 9.
There you go. PJ Washington did 27 minutes, 1 of 7 field goals, 1 of 2 foul shots. He hit a good 3 points. Mr. Gordon Hayward, 24 minutes. He had 4 of 7 field goals and 3 of 4 foul shots. He was a minus 22 coming in.
Minus 22 while he was on the court. Gordon's getting Gordon's getting compensated handsomely, isn't he? Is he not?
Mr. Gordon's that $30 million man. Yeah, he should be doing a little bit. 30 million, but
the rich keep getting richer.
That's it. and the poor keep playing harder.
They better play if they want to win.
Mason Plumlee, 26 minutes, 5 of 6, 8 of 11, not bad. He gave him 18 points. Mr. Terry Rozier, 35 minutes. He had 9 of 23 field goals, 3 of 5 foul shots, and he gave him 23 points.
9 of 23 from the field. Didn't he? No, he shot the ball 23 times. The rest of the starters didn't shoot over 7. Now, oh, wait a minute. Jalen McDaniels shot the ball 9 times for that 9 points.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, they got 37 points from the bench.
Yeah, that's about it. So with Utah,
that's about it.
Let's see Utah. Let's see. Mr. Laurie Markkinen.
That's him.
32 minutes. He had 8 of 14 field goals, 5 of 6 foul shots, and he had 25 points. Mr. Walker Kessler, 22 minutes, 5 of 6 field goals. He had 3 of 4 foul shots. He gave him 13 points. Mr. Mike Conley,
Oh, Mike
27
Connolly.
minutes, 27 minutes, 5 of 12, 4 of 8 3-pointers, no foul shot. He gave him 14 points. And Mr. Jordan Clarkson, 29 minutes, 8 of 16 field goals. He had 2 of 7 3-pointers, no foul shots. He get 18 points. And our friend Mr. Malik Beasley,
Yep, Mr. Malik Beasley there.
20 minutes, 3 of 6 field goals, 3 of 6 3-pointers. Nobody went to the foul line. He gave him 9 points. Nobody
Didn't
drove
need to.
home.
Didn't need to. Charlotte wasn't playing any defense. They're not fouling you. Shoot.
I guess so. And their bench, oh boy, they had plenty of people on the bench, but I guess they almost played them all.
They got 41 points out of him.
Wow. Okay.
Colin Sexton led the charge with 11. Colin Sexton. He's always good. I love Colin. I love me some Colin Sexton. Speaking of which, let's move on to San Antonio. San Antonio is they're ahead of Houston, but that's for another discussion. San Antonio travel to the Northwest. Yep, the big Northwest. There's a song that said "Going to Northwest" or something to that. Well, whatever that is. That's what San Antonio did last night. They went up to Portland, Washington. Was it Portland, Oregon?
Portland, Oregon.
I think it's Portland, Oregon. Yeah, they went up there. It's Seattle, Washington, Portland, Oregon, way up there in the great Northwest. And they got beat. San Antonio lost to Portland 147 to 127. So one team scored 150 points last night. Another team scored 147 points last night.
Yeah, that 60 is coming.
Is that defense? Is that defense, or you think these guys are just such great shooters?
That's it. I mean, that's the question. Is it great shooting? Is it more 3-pointers, or is it just no defense?
It's definitely more 3-pointers, and there's no defense. You can't touch these guys. I mean, Giannis went to the line and shot 17 free throws. Whatever. Okay, San Antonio. Let's get to the San Antonio Spurs, who traveled to Portland, Oregon. They were led by Keldon Johnson. Keldon Johnson led all scorers for San Antonio. He played 30 minutes with 8 for 15, and he had a big 20 points. He was backed up by Jeremy Sochan. He played 28 minutes. Didn't play that much. But in that 28 minutes, he scored 18 points. Not too bad. He's only averaging 9. So that was a big step up. Then we have Jacob Puerto, something along those lines. He played 16 minutes. Gave him 14 points. Trey Jones, 24 minutes, 5 for 11 for 12 points. And Romeo, our old friend Romeo Langford. It's nice to see Romeo getting some playing time. He played 25 minutes, gave him 12 points. Now listen, I want you to listen to this though. In that 25 minutes, he only shot the ball 6 times. He made 5 of them.
Well, yeah, yeah, right.
5 for 6.
Wow.
5 for 6. You know what? I think Romeo's getting shortchanged on the team. Romeo should be shooting that ball at least 15 times a game. And I know he'll be a 30-point scorer if he shoots the ball 15 times a game. He's really that good. He's got to just shoot the down ball. Shoot it. They got to steal him, Romeo, if they let him play a little bit. They got 49 points from the bench. McDermott gave him 13. Zach Collins gave him 11. And Mr. Richardson also gave him 11 for 49 points. Wow. But that's what happens when you score 127 points. Even San Antonio, one of the worst teams in the league, can score 127 points on any given night. So it can't be defense. It can't be.
In that whole bench play.
Yeah. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 plays off the bench. 8 plays came off the bench and played and scored 49 points. Gotta love it. At least they got some run. Gotta give that to Greg Popovich. Hey guys, get in there. Game's over. It doesn't matter now.
Go loosen up. You look a little too tight. Go loosen up a little bit.
And I'll tell you what did it. Okay, what did it was the third quarter where they outscored San Antonio by 18 points, and they were already beating them at that time when they outscored them by 18. So that pretty much set the game in motion. After that, they just brought in the bench. Let's just do Portland. Portland, Jeremy Grant. Now that was actually a trade when they traded Christian McCollum out of Portland to get Jeremy Grant. It actually worked out really well. McCollum's doing well down in Pelican Country in New Orleans. And Grant, well, this is not a good game to judge him on, seeing as that he only had he only had 3 points. He played 28 minutes, but he only had 3 points. You know what? He did all the intangibles. Okay, so he did all the intangibles. 1 for 9 from the field. Then we have Joseph Nurkic. Played 27 minutes, was 10 for 14. He wasn't shy about jacking that ball up, and he had 25 points. Damian Lillard. Well, Damian, if you can't do it against San Antonio, you just can't do it against anybody. He came to play. Played 31 minutes, 12 for 19, 37 points. Josh Hart, 26 minutes, 4 for 5 for 9 points. And, he had 37 points. And then we have Anthony Simmons. Anthony was 9 for 15 for 26 points. They got 47 points from the bench, and that's the name of that tune. And the last game, you got the last game, Mr. James. Take it away.
Last game would be Memphis and Sacramento Kings.
Uh-huh.
Who guess won that game?
Yeah, go figure, huh? You would think Memphis. You would think Memphis was going to go in there and take it. But if you took Memphis and 32 points, you lost.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you took the Memphis Grizzlies and 32 points, you lost because the score was 133 to 100. Sacramento Kings.
Oh, let's see what Memphis did.
Or didn't do.
Memphis, Mr. Jaren Jackson Jr., 28 minutes. He hit 7 of 18, 3 of 6 3-pointers, 2 for 2 on foul shots. He had 19 points. Mr. Xavier Tillman, 30 minutes, 5 of 6 field goals. He had 10 points. That's what he did.
Yep.
Let's see. Mr. Dylan Brooks.
Mr. Dylan Brooks.
6 of 15, 1 of
6
5
for 15.
on 3-pointers. He gave him 13 points.
13.
Tyus Jones, 31 minutes, 5 of 13.
5 of 13.
2 for 5 on 3-pointers, and he gave him 12 points. Mr. Bain, Desmond
Baines.
29 minutes. He had 9 of 13, 3 of 4 on 3-pointers. No foul shots. Nobody went to the foul line but Jackson. And he had
That's right. Nobody went
21 points.
Nobody in the starting lineup went to the line but Jackson. He only shot 2 free throws, so he was only fouled once, apparently. 25 points from the bench, though.
25 points from the bench. He got a big 100 points. Oh, my Lord. Jesus.
Yeah. John Morant was missing again.
Oh, yeah. That's the big piece right there. Because when he's there, they running like a freight train.
But even his 27 points wouldn't have helped him. Okay, because they lost by 32.
Let's see what the Kings did. Mr. Domantas Sabonis.
Yeah, Domantas Sabonis.
30 minutes, 7 of 13. He gave him 14 points. Mr. Harrison Barnes, 30 minutes. He had 6 for 10. 6 for 9 on 3-pointers, 2 of 2 at the foul line. He gave him 20 points. 20 points.
Yes.
Mr. Keegan Murray, 34 minutes, 7 of 11, 5 for 7 on 3-pointers, 1 and 1 on the foul shots. He gave him 20 points. Mr.
Get him, Keegan.
De'Aaron Fox, 33 minutes, 7 of 14, 2 for 2 on the foul line, 1 of 3 3-pointers. He gave him 17 points. And Mr. Kevin Huerter, 21 minutes, 2 for 7 field goals, 1 of 3 on the 3-pointers, and he gave him a big 5 points. But my man, Mr. Trey Lyle came off the
Mr. Trey Lyles, though.
25 minutes, 8 of 11, 6 for 8 3-pointers, 2 for 2 on the foul shot, and gave him 24 points. And he was a plus
Off the bench. Off the bench.
Yeah.
Off the bench. Malik Monk also chipped in 13, and the bench scored 57 points. Yes, sir. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 plays came off the bench. Yep. Lyles and Malik and Monk had 37 of their 57 points. So the other 7 plays combined for 20 points.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's doing something on that team, and I wish them well. Sacramento, keep going. I mean, you're going to kill a team like that. Yeah, stick that dagger in the twist. 133 points. Unbelievable. Well, let's get to the NBA standings. We have the Boston Celtics on top in the Eastern Conference, as usual. Nothing has changed. But I'll tell you what has changed. The Celtics are coming down with injuries. Jason Tatum is playing injured. Jaylen Brown is playing injured. Malcolm Brogdon didn't even play yesterday. So he has injuries. They're playing people like Blake Griffin and Vonleh and guys we never, Sam Hauser and Luke Cornett. But they're going to have to do that. As a matter of fact, what they should do is just sit these guys down.
Yeah, get some
sit Tatum down. They need, sit Tatum down for like 10 games.
Not that many. Good 5.
Well,
because you're going into a break. You're going into a break next month anyway.
Well, we can't wait till next month. Yeah, break them off something like 10 games now. Make Grant Williams and Blake Griffin earn their pay, and the rest of these guys sit on the bench. You got to earn your check. Yeah. Put them out there and save these guys. Take 10 games apiece. Sit them on the bench so they can rest, and when they come back, they can just do the things they need to do. Then they'll have another break in the All-Star break because they'll be in the All-Star game, so they're not going to get a break.
Yeah, so, they don't play hard anymore. So.
Yeah, but just even going when they can sit at home. But in the last 10, the Celtics are 9-1. So they've been on a roll, and they always do good until they run into the Orlando Magic. Who just suplex them or give them a flying elbow. In second place now, look at this. In second place now, Philadelphia.
Wow, what did that
Philadelphia. Philadelphia is in second place at 30-16, 4 games behind the Celtics, 17-7 at home, 13-9 away, 8-2 in the last games. Then we have the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee's losing ground, 30-17. They have 4.5 games behind.
But now they got Middleton back. They might pick it up a little bit.
Well, yeah, Middleton was out, and so wasn't Giannis. Giannis was out for 4 or 5 games.
Yeah.
The Brooklyn Nets. Wow. They were talking about the Brooklyn Nets. Kevin Durant goes out, and then these guys are dropping like a rock, dropped off a cliff. They're 29-17 also. They are 5-5 in the last 5. And how many games has Kevin Durant? Has it been 5 or 6? Because whatever that is, it's been all losses. Okay, and bringing up in 5th place is the Cleveland Cavaliers. Yeah. Cleveland at 29-19. I think that Donovan Mitchell has been out injured off and on for the past 2 weeks. Yeah. And they are 5-5 in the last 5 games because of that. All right, you have the next 5. What we got here?
We got Miami Heat at 26-22, 26 wins, 22 losses, 15-9 at home, 11-13 away. They play better at home. Okay, they got 6 or 4 for their last 10 games. They won 6. We got New York Knicks, 25 wins to this. When they gonna do it? 25-23, 25 wins, 23 losses, 11-13 at home.
11-13 at home. 11-13 at home.
Yeah, you wait till I go away. Then I'm gonna win.
Yeah, then I'll show you something then.
I'll show you something. They lost their last 4.
They must have been at home.
Yeah. They got Atlantic Hawks was pushing on their heels, 24-24. They're still at 500, 13-10 at home, and 11-14 away. Let's see, they lost their last two. They're 6-4. Their last 10. Indiana Pacers, they're 23 wins, 25 losses. They're under 500.
Oh my gosh.
15-9 at home and 8-6 away. Oh boy.
8-16 away.
8, yeah. And they lost their last 7. Yeah,
Lost their last 7. I say they're going. I would say they were going nowhere fast, but no, actually they're going backwards.
Yeah, they're sliding down. Number
2-8.
Chicago
2-8 in the last 10. Chicago Bulls.
22 wins, 24 losses. They under that 500 bracket with 13-10 at home, 9-14 away. They won their last 3, and they're 6-4 in the last 10.
All right, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna wrap it up here. We got the Toronto Raptors at 21-27 at number 11. Yep, number 11. They are 14 games out of first place. That looks like a wrap. They are 6-15 when they play away from their own gym. So they're 15-12, 5-5 in their last 10 games. Washington Wizards. And the Washington Wizards made a move today, and I don't understand this at all. They traded away Rui Hachimura for who's the guy who was on the Lakers? The Lakers traded this guy who Kelvin Nunn has underperformed yesterday.
Oh, I didn't.
He went off yesterday. So they were able to trade this guy Kelvin Nunn for Rui Hachimura. This got to be one of the biggest steals I ever heard of. Now you wonder what they have. They must have pictures or something on the owner, because there's no way you trade this young up and coming guy for a guy who's proved that he can't make it in this league.
Wow.
I mean, and who knows how that happened, but somehow it was allowed to happen. Hey. So Washington Wizards 5-5 the last game. They're 14 games out. Orlando Magic at 13th spot. They are 16.5 games. The team that always slaps around the Celtics are 16.5 games away from first place, 5-5. Then we have the Charlotte Hornets, 13-35. That's their record, 13-35. 22 games out of first place. The last 10 games are 3-7. And then bringing it all up in the rear are the Detroit Pistons. What is it with Detroit? Baseball, football, basketball. They suck.
Somebody got to hold the bottom.
Yeah, that would be Detroit. Detroit. At 12-37. Okay. 23.5 games out of first place. Their last 10 games, they are 2-8. And that wraps up NBA Tuesday on the Major League Sports Network. Guys, I'm just amazed. You know what? Steve Kerr's proposing that they should have it cut down to 72 games. I think so. These guys are getting injured much too much. Yeah, they need to take it down to 72 games and then start the playoffs. And if that takes away some of their pay, well, they should just adjust to it because they might have a longer career. Hopefully.
This is true.
That's my take on it. What's your take on it?
Well, I mean, they might need to cut down that top 10 back down to where it was going into the playoffs, and then cut the games down. Absolutely, because it's too long of a season. That's like the baseball season. It's just a grind and grind and grind and grind. And your body can't take so much, man. I mean, but some of them are getting paid so much money. The owner's gonna say, "Well, they're getting paid good enough, so they can run. They can do it."
Obviously not. Not when they're dropping like flies. And baseball, is not. You're not going to have those quick cuts. It's not going to be that much of a contact sport. For the most part, it is not a contact sport unless you hit the ball.
Well, the pitcher's the one that's.
Oh, the pitchers, yeah, they get worn out. Yeah, they get worn out.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's not a contact sport as much as basketball. Right. These guys need ankles. I mean, Jason Tatum's 24, and all of a sudden, he's got bad wrists and bad this and bad that. I've been watching him play for the past 20 games. He's looked hurt to me for the past 20 games. Even though he's scoring 30 points a game.
Yeah.
So the wear and tear on it. And how are these guys getting hurt? Nobody's playing defense anymore.
When they fall.
Yeah, they fall too much.
Yeah, they fall too much. Get up,
Well,
stay
good luck
up,
to them.
stand up, stand up.
Stand up, young man. Well, that's going to do it for today. Listen, um, as you can see, no, I won't even show you the sunlight. Let's leave that alone. But you can see it shining on me. Hey, thank you so much for being here, everybody. Listen, we will talk to you soon. There's going to be some. We're going to be doing some. This is going to be going on podcasts and Spotify and a couple of other areas. So we are growing. Hopefully, we grow fast enough so that we get paid for this in the near future. But it's been fun. Hey, listen, we will talk to you guys later. And anything you want to add on the way out?
Have a good week.
And why can't we be friends?
There you go. Why can't we be friends? All right, guy.
That's it. Ah.